Good afternoon and welcome to 7-2's coverage of the TIO NTFL season. It's 4th versus 5th, both informed teams. Waratah taking on Tiwi Bombers. Joining me to my left is Ricky Nolan and Matty Hepworth. Matty, we'll start with you. Welcome back after a week in Cairns. We'll talk about that a little later on. But mate, as I said, both teams in great form, aren't they?
Certainly are. 4th and 5th on the ladder respectively. The Bombers with 7 wins, 8 losses. The Tars just behind in 5th place, only on percentage points. The Bombers, well, they are the talk of the competition at the moment. I know Ryan Ayres, the Tars coach, said they are the informed team of the competition. Both had wins last week. In fact, the Bombers defeated ladder leaders Nightcliff. The Tars were challenged by Wanderers, but they broke away in the 4th quarter for a 9-point win. What's going to be different today, though, Ricky, is both teams have a few big outs.
Yeah, Justin Bugler out for Waratahs, and Munkara got reported for a couple of weeks as well. So a couple of big outs for the year. But yeah, Tars, the Nightcliff Tiwi game on last Sunday was probably the game of the year.
We were there, sideline, Rick, and it was an absolute beauty, wasn't it?
Good standard as well in pretty slippery conditions as well.
Absolutely. So. Both teams will want to cement their spot in the finals. We're about to get underway at TIO Stadium as the umpire throws the ball up. And a nice, easy knock there from Waratah, and they're away, are they? Yes, they are. Here's Westerberg screaming inside 50. The ball just pops over the top. There's a free kick.
Waratah's
to Shem Tatapu, by the looks of it.
So, fair start, that. It's to get a goal this early in the game, straight out of the centre. Good start. Bit of a gift as well, I thought, the free kick.
Absolutely, well and truly.
But the importance of playing in front.
Shem Tatapu to line up and get to the first for Waratah. Got the awkward run up there as he gets into a little trot, and the kick, it doesn't work that time. Through for it behind.
Should have kicked that one, the big man, only 20 metres out in front. You'd expect him to, and then it just gets you momentum. So a bit of a momentum killer, that.
Not real sure about big men kicking at goal. And the Tiwi Bombers have worked that out nicely. As Harley Purantatamiri went off the deck and gained another 20, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
The Tiwi are coming out. If they could get that third spot, I reckon it'd be pretty important for them.
So ball thrown back in. Westerberg with the tap. There's a high free kick. Been 3 or 4 in that little passage.
Sam Godden, one of the informed players of the comp.
Absolutely he is. Godden plays on, winds up, gets to the top of the square. The big man, Shem Tatapu, too strong.
Round 2 for a goal this time.
Takes a strong contested mark. And I'm not sure about the angle compared to the last one, but we'll see what he can do, Rick.
It's probably a harder... really, it's a straightforward kick, but it's probably a harder kick. But you'd hope he'd kick this at this standard of footy. It's pretty regular.
Holder nailed this in under 12s. There's that little trot again. The big man gets into it, and this time he sprayed it. So none from 2.
Going by his form, though, he went to the right the first time, the left the second time. Third time lucky, should be right through the 6.
Wow, you'd hope so, Matty. You would really hope. Let's see if Tiwi can work it out better this time. It's a nice looking kick. It works well. Finds Mungatopi.
Is that Tiwi Bombers speed that we're used to?
There we go, they're at centre wing. Big tackle, a bit of a throw there. They've paid it. Yep. James Waratah getting pinged there.
It's a new haircut, isn't it, by Jeffrey Simons?
It sure is.
I like the board look, it's good.
He plays on, puts it into a side attacking 50. Here's Rocco Tangatala. Little set up. That was a bit of a throw. The umpire said no worries at all. Nostan Wanamiri sprayed that one. You'd usually back him in there, Matty, wouldn't you?
You certainly would. He's kicked a fair few this season as well. The stats on that.
So the ball comes out to Godden, flies. Gets a mark down. They've worked it out well. They can just get onto it. It's Godden. Lowers the eyes. Finds Cammy Barrett. Plays on now. Gets it up to centre half forward. The big man just got rid of Pike too easy. He's run onto it here, the big man. He goes the outside, Bernarda! Oh! He can't kick one from in front from 20 metres, but he can kick the most ridiculous of all goals.
That is absolutely bizarre. And it's not logic. He was 20 metres directly in front and missed 2 absolute sitters. And from the boundary line, he slotted a Peter Dacos special.
The big rig. I can't believe it. Have a look at this. Rick, talk us through this.
It's exactly like I think it was Dacos versus West Coast Eagles that year. So he's picked it up, put it on the outside of the foot, exactly like Dacos.
Brilliant.
Look, he loves it too. Look, he loved it.
If I kick one like that, I'd be celebrating even harder than that.
Meanwhile, back at the footy, we're back in the middle. It's going to come out, but it's all Tiwi out on the centre wing. That's a good-looking kick.
On a great. Oh,
Simon Mankara
I
drops the
ruined it.
mark.
Won't
Umpire
call that
says
again.
play on. Waratah run it out. They've got the numbers. They should win this out okay, Waratah. There's a few players leading with the head. It's a bit scrappy. Umpire circling and said, my ball, I'll throw it up. So Waratah 1-2-8, Tiwi just the one behind. We've gone 4 minutes in the first quarter. Here's Waratah. They're away. It's the outside handball. Here's Stevens goes off the deck. And we'll have another boundary throw in.
I reckon Sam Waddell in for Waratahs again. He's a flying player, but I reckon he makes a huge difference and just straightens them up. So I reckon they're about a 5-goal better side when he's playing in the side, just straightens them up.
There's a bit of a country and western.
Monica in the background there.
Country and western concerts just kicked off in the back from the director as Harley Porentata-Mira gets wrapped up in a big tackle. No free kick though. It's not 15. Umpire says play on. Here's Sammy Godden. He's been everywhere early. And the kick comes down to centre forward. That big Shem Tatapu is on fire, the big man early.
He'll probably hit a Malcolm Blight here, I reckon.
Don't say that. As the kick goes into the forward block. Beautiful kick. Have a look at that, lace out. I don't know if he meant that really, Rick, did he? Or
Yeah, I'm going to back him in after the day cost, but I thought he might have Malcolm Blight 79 at Princess Park, 1978 it was. Barrett back into the side as well, played forward earlier on in the year. Looks like he's lost a bit of weight since he's been in Darwin, I reckon. He's trimmed up a bit and looking pretty fit, so he should be, I think he's captain coach of his side down south, so he should have a good year.
here he is, Cameron Barrett on the approach. Kick looks pretty good. No, just skims the post. Through for another minor.
Tars really, they should be at least minimum 2 goals up, shouldn't they?
They could be putting them away, Rick, early. Anyway, here's the great Roy Farmer, one of my favourites. Gets it across to Porentata-Mira. He's going to come back in the Farmer direction, is he? And that's out of bounds on the floor. So, hold on. Have a look at this. Look who's going to get it.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. What's he going to produce here? Oh, no.
Just something simple.
Try and get selfish. That'll do. When he finds Sammy Godden. And he'll have a set shot on goal.
He's a left footer, Sam, so it's not the ideal situation.
I'm left footer too, Rick. I usually put these ones away, but anyway, here he goes. Kick on the way. No, it's not the Buddy Franklin style. It's incredible how Buddy runs at the wrong side. He puts them ones away. He's a freak. It's Paddy Heenan to do the kick-out duties. They've had a bit of trouble running it out, and that's a good kick.
Tars have got to be better and not allow this space, that kick. They just got to be very strong on fullback kick-outs against Tiwi, I reckon.
Dunn does well. Anchors closed down the gap pretty quick though, but they got away. Here's Matty Blake. Waratah work it up nicely to centre half forward. And Sammy Waddell is in form. He's had a good season. Throws it on the left. Big fly from Cantella and takes a mark.
Interesting, Kim Cantella played for Waratahs at the start of the year, but played for Tiwi at the start of the year, but Tiwi got points problems, and he come back to Waratahs, where he's a 0-pointer.
Geez, they've stunk this up a bit, but they get the shot on goal. Looks good off the boot, is it? It is.
That was something out of nothing there,
And
wasn't
that
it?
was Bailey Zobel. Gets their second.
Bailey Zobel been training, I don't know if he's based himself back in Wangaratta, but he's just signed this week with the Wangaratta Rovers in the Ovens and Murray under Darren Creswell. I think he works with Darren Creswell. I don't know if he's had to put himself on the flying list or what, but he's back this week. And but I know he signed with Wangaratta Rovers during the week. He's probably their best player in the first half of the year, and he's kicked a very good goal there. Moved from Wodonga Raiders. Darren Creswell was coaching Wodonga Raiders, and he moved to Wangaratta Rovers in the same comp.
Here we go, back in the middle. So So ball thrown back up. Harleypur and Tatamiri does well. Gets a clearing kick. Austin Wanamiri gets a sneaky little handball off. It worked well. Well, as Munkara just turned it over. Jakura with the big tackle. Sling style. Looking for holding the ball. Waratah with the numbers. Simon throws it on the right. Here's Rocco. He just shepherds it through. Austin Wanamiri gets into a trap. The big man. And suckers it off the deck. He gets there first.
Good fly, Aussie. Could have had two. He missed one that he normally would have kicked earlier, but just scouting around the pack, and Rocco's flicked it over, and Aussie's socketed off the ground, Nathan Peretti style.
What a resume that man has as well. Played in the Sandful, the VFL, the NEFL, the Melbourne Demons as well, plus, with St Mary's, of course, as well, and then across to the Tiwi Bombers. A very impressive resume, and in this case, great in front of goals as well.
Absolutely. Have a look at him. Off the deck.
Beautiful.
So back in the middle.
Tiwi didn't contest that ball.
Simon Munkara on the deck works it out. He's Austin Wanamiri again. No, Tiwi at ground level. That's holding the ball. Oh, he's been pinged for too high, has he? Yes, he has. So it comes out.
They're spreading well, Waratahs. When they win the ball, they spread very well.
Gardner.
Sam Flanagan.
And
Chopped off there.
So here's Jeffrey
This
Simon.
just kills you when you turn a footy over like that against this mob.
Simon Munkara. That's a good kick towards Rocco Tungatalam. Goes on the right. That's a good kick.
Brilliant.
That is a very, very well judged kick, Rick.
There's only three ways you can kick a goal in Australian rules football. One is a turnover, the other one is from a stoppage, and the other one's from a fullback kick out. And you can't turn the football over like they just did then.
Travis Tambling on the tight angle. Looks like he's going to go the banana, and he stopped it. Nice kick, little man. He gets there second.
I think it's 42% of goals are scored from turnovers, 41 are scored from stoppages, and 7% from a fullback kick out where they take the ball from one end of the ground to the other. So there are two areas you've got to work on, the stoppages and not turning the footy over. And unfortunately, Waratah's turned the football over there.
And what's the, Bugler out May, I'm not sure on what grounds rested or whatever, but is this the time to resting when you play T-League?
He's at a funeral, I've been told,
Okay.
So it's a fair call why he's not
Absolutely.
playing. So, yeah, you would certainly, it's a big hole because he's
just so great in the back line, yeah.
Oh, good tap.
Beautiful tap, that's worked out. Cameron Barrett gets the kick inside 50. Shem Tatapu again, drops it, then gets a handball out, and that one's over the top. And through for A behind. Matty Blake there.
Tatapu, I reckon, deliberately dropped that because it was directly in front, so then he could just give it off because he's not real good from that position.
Or snap it over his head.
And it nearly worked.
Yeah, snap it over his head, goal. So that wind's still heading to the Tiwi, and that's a beautiful kick, although Paddy Heenan drops it. Could have been away there. He's gotten. Gets it into Tatapu. And he gets it back. What can he do? He gives the hands off this time. And the kick on goal from Cameron Barrett is a good one for Waratah. And they extend the lead again.
Terrific work rate by Barrett because he got the footy out of the middle and then he's butted up in the forward line. So really well done. I reckon he's looking a million times fitter than the start of the year. He come up as a full forward and now his work rate was just terrific there. So. Got a bit of breaking news later, boys. As bigger news as Tiwi when they join the competition. It's still a fair way from happening, but there's a little bit of wheels are in motion, so I'll break that later on in the show. Stay tuned.
That's a nice tap there, but it's all Munkara at ground level. So he's Simon Munkara. Clocked up 200 games last weekend in the thrilling 1-point late win over Nightcliff. He just lowers the eyes, finds Jeffrey Simon.
So you just defend the whole. To beat Tiwi, you just got to be man on man. You just can't let them. That little chip most other sides can't do, but Tiwi are able to pick someone out. So just got to A lot of mental toughness required in it, but when you do it, it's a good way of being able to beat Tiwi Bombers.
The shaved head, it's a good look. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I like ball people.
Jeffrey's that's a kick. Look at that, no worries at all.
Wow.
Puts his hand up. The little ball band. He opens up the account.
They haven't had as many chances, the Tiwi Bombers, but when they have, they're a bit more accurate than Waratahs. It's in that they've had a lot of forward entries and a lot of chances, and Waratah could be a lot further ahead, but Tiwi Bombers are still just keeping consistent in front of goals, which is keeping them in this match right now.
High scoring game, isn't it? Six goals.
Yeah.
What we're here to watch. Not here to watch boundary throw-ins and people defend, so it's good.
There's the Cyril Rioli doing the water again, the great man. Have a look at him.
Saw him at the markets this morning, Cyril.
He's looking fit, isn't he? Still. Should be out there playing.
They're dominating out of the ruck. Westenberg's doing terrific.
Absolutely. As the kick comes down to centre half forward, that's young Mimcook. He's trying to run onto it. And he's kept it in front. He's done well. And that one's worked over the line. The half forward for Waratah.
Mimcook's been a good pickup, hasn't he? He's from Gove, isn't he?
I think he's from Jabiru.
Jabiru, that's correct. Jabiru, you're right. Oh, he's been good from this year.
He has. So ball thrown back in. The big fly at the back. Muncher's doing just a bit scrappy. They've worked it out well. Here's Waddell. Gets a handball over the top. They've worked it inside 50. That one comes out off the deck and they're away. Here's the running Harley Purantanamiri.
Jeez, quick.
Have a look at this little man. He loves running and he's just burst away again, and a big shepherd, and he's gone to ground. He works out well. Puts it up in the Solomon Kara direction. Jeez, what a run that was, and a big shepherd. But Waratah with numbers.
I'm going to wrap up Matty Blake. He didn't stop chasing there, which off now they went to ground, caused a turnover, they haven't scored a goal. Player gives up, but you can't give up on the chase. So well done, Matthew Blake.
That was Sammy Godden and young Jack Munkar just getting that one over the line. That would have to be a record of ball movement in about 15 seconds, I reckon. The way that went. There you go. Ooh, a big bump from Aussie Wanamiri. Here's Jakura. He's got the new hairstyle there. And that one's, he's turned that one over, and they're away. Waratah.
Oh, Gee, nearly went down there.
Here's Simpson. Out to Waddell, just out of reach for Waddell. Spur and Tatamiri, they've worked it well.
We've cut off the exits well here, Tiwi.
He's big Dyke. He gets the kick away. Jakura runs onto it. It's looked a bit proppy there, Jakura. Goes off the deck. Goes with a big tackle. Oh, so I've seen people get reported for that in the AFL. Right? It's a WWF style suplex, I think they call it. So ball's thrown back up. Here's Jakura again. And that's worked well that time. It's Michael Cooper. Lowers the eyes. It's Tambling. It's a good kick in the done direction. Just dropped the mark though, Rocco. No, that's a throw. Interesting signal from the umpire then. I like that one. That sort of vibe.
What's that move where you do the arms over your face?
Oh, the dab.
The dab. It's a new umpiring move.
You done much dabbing in your time down at Monsoons or anything, Rick?
No, but I reckon if I did it, I reckon they'd kick me out.
Excuse me, sir, you're going to have to leave.
The footy.
That's if my wife had let me go there.
Zobel. So they're up at half forward now. Dyke, and just out of his reach, his big Shem Tatapu run down from behind.
Great tackle, wasn't it?
From Aaron Daniels.
Tiwi move it on quick.
And that's
that turnover I'm talking about. You just can't turn the footy over.
So it's Jordan Gardner. Have the kick. Just looking to give it off.
Jordan Gardner's a Big River Hawks junior from Catherine.
So winds up from 49, kick to the top of the square, just to the...
He was looking to
Right.
give it off, but he made the distance, no problems whatsoever.
He had it, and the wind's blowing an absolute gale the other way, so he's done well.
It was the far post, not the near post. This is where Tars, they've got to man up better here. Cool play on the umpire.
Cool play on. Everyone
I
stops.
don't think anyone knows that.
Very lucky. So they're up at centre wing. It's Bailey Zobel just V-lining the ball, picks it up, goes with the handball over the top. He might get it back. He does now, and he hands it on. They've done well. Kiranua runs into trouble.
Gee, just
The Mincook. It's the handball over to Mackenzie. The kick to the top of the square. Big Tatapu from behind.
Please handball, please handball.
Well, let's see what he does now, the big man.
Surely from that distance, though.
Same distance as the other two.
You're right.
He should run out to the boundary line and snap it around or something.
Tall man, just short of 2 metres.
He should be running at the-
97 centimetres.
At the express signs, run at that, and then go to snap.
Swing around.
Here he goes. The kick on the way. He's dobbed it. Just
There we
with
go.
the traditional
What are we talking
drop
about?
punt. He's done well. He gets his second.
He started very, very well, hasn't he?
He has.
Giving him a big target. Usually it's Waddell, but it's the big fella. I think he's from a rugby union background, actually.
His dad played rugby for both New Zealand and Western Samoa as well.
There you go. Is that union or leg? That's a good query. I thought you were a newsman.
We'll just leave it at rugby.
Yeah, okay.
They're one and the same, aren't they?
Oh.
He was also on the Melbourne Storm list as well there for a while. So.
Tatapu. Was he? There you go.
That was a very high ball.
Jack of all trades are up at centre half forward. Simon Munkara looking to run onto it. And the handball comes out. It's back to Munkara. He just chips it over. That falls straight into the hands of Simpson, who moves it quickly. Flying a mark from Cantilla. Oh, good mark.
It's a very good mark.
Westerberg anchors. He's been quiet so far. Cantilla run down from
Run
behind.
down, crunched.
It was crunching his anchors. 2 possessions in a row. And a great mark. And half back. That Roy Farmer? No.
Tipper Mountamiri, former South Fremantle Premiership player.
A great mark.
I think he might have come top 3 in the Sandover as well when he...
It was a slip style catch. Here's Sammy Dyke. It's an over the top. Virgil Purantatameri. Just that pitching wedge style to Munkara. Keeps his feet. They're away. Might get it back, Munkara. He does. It's this cheeky handball to Harley Purantatameri. Gets sat on. Puts her hands out.
Well, 21 minutes into the first quarter, you are watching 7-2's coverage of the TIO NTFL season. Thanks to MacArthur River Mining, TIO NAFLs and Apia.
So Westerberg wins that tap convincingly. Rocco at ground level. Gets a handball out. Chopped off again. The Waratah defence. The ball comes out. Harley Purantatameri puts his head over it. Some good pressure here from Tiwi. Anchors. Throws on the right. That's a good kick.
Very good kick.
The Westerberg. Waddell.
If this hits, they are away, Tars.
Absolutely. Brody Carroll
Got
at
the
the
space.
space. Throws it on the left. Shem Tatapu in prime position. Plays on 2.
There we go. Is that 3 for the quarter?
3 goals,
It
too.
is.
Wow.
Great kick by Sam Waddell. Found young Brody Carroll by himself, and then you just had to get it to a one-on-one to the big boy, and he'll get the biscuits for you. I thought that's a good goal for Task. I thought it was a dying stages. I reckon Waratahs have had an outstanding quarter. And if Tiwi just had a kicked one, there was a stoppage there. I thought, geez, Tiwi will get one in. There's just a goal of difference. So, good reward for effort, Task, because they've played very good football.
It's got a text message from the great media guru Liz Cruz saying it's rugby union. Rugby league
League, okay.
from the old man. So there
That
you
will
go.
be 100% right if Liz Cruz said that.
Yeah.
It's gospel.
Here's Rocco's in the middle now. He just goes without it. Harley Purantatameri. Geez, he's got quick little feet. They move 100 million miles an hour. or a minute, I should say. Here's Austin Wanamiri, taps it out. Paddy Heenan just tries to pick it up, goes to ground, taps it at the back. But again, Waratah.
Well done, Tars. They just can't let, if they just can hold Tiwi here, someone will go very soon.
Brody run down.
Brody Carroll, he's got squeezed that. That was a good.
I reckon Brody forgot he was playing as Tiwi.
This is Jason Purantadamiri, who's backwards. Rocco, the superstar of the competition.
Good pressure,
So
Sam.
shoving it back.
Sam Gordon, outstanding pressure. That's what I've liked about Tars. They haven't stopped on their chase. They haven't stopped on their pressure. They've been terrific in that area.
There's that kick from Dominic Forbes. Finds Godden.
The big boy.
Here he is again. He's there. Gone with the one hand this time. Comes to ground. Just gets worried out of it. And they're away Tiwi. Dangerous kick. Abe Anchors V-lines it. That's a nice handball over the top. Antilla, Abe Anchors gets it back. Goes with the handball again. A flick on. Too easy. This is like a training drill. And that's a terrible miss.
Tars nearly could have put this game away. Like that,
Yeah.
There's a couple of misses that just shouldn't happen. That one there, and it's nearly game over. That's a big call against Waratahs, but it's probably a ridiculous call. But
Michael Wilson gets the kick. Finds Tip and Woody, and there we go. It is quarter time here at TIO Stadium, where it's Waratah 5-7-37 to the Tiwi Bombers 3-1-19. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this.
She's flying down to Alice today.
Don't forget to put away the garden furniture.
Yep, got it.
And just remember the TIO weather alerts. Garden furniture!
Love you too.
She's off, but he's still got TIO. They cover you for territory weather, cyclone, storm surge, flood, hail, and they're local, so they can respond fast.
TIO? Storm staying, kids.
Another life saved with the Chemist Warehouse app. Take control of your health and wellness. Download now.
CFS Schoolwear is the perfect choice for quality custom-made school uniforms. Ideal clothing for all school-related activities, whether it's 50 or 500 students. We have what you need. Contact the Cricket and Football Shop NT for your free CFS Schoolwear quote today.
Let's see. Roma, Verona.
Perhaps Barcelona.
Make your dream holiday a reality. Book your next getaway at Flight Centre with interest-free holidays and flexible repayment options.
Best in the air.
And everywhere.
Intersport, new concept store now opening Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience. Dedicated sports zones. Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store. Now open at Casuarina Square.
Boys, we've got a real big problem. It belongs to you, it belongs to me, it belongs to everybody. I'm talking about family violence. It's time we said no more to family violence, isn't it? Yeah. Think about it.
We've all got to say no more to family violence. No more! Family violence is a community problem and it needs a community response from all of us, and sport is a big part of that. But we can all do our bit by being more respectful to each other. Please make this year the year we say no more to family violence.
Welcome back to 7-2's coverage of the TIO NTFL season. We've got a cracker here. Waratah 5-7-37 to Tiwi, a 3-1-19. Rick, Waratah could be a bit further in front, couldn't they?
Well, it's 12 scoring shots to 4. They were as good a football as I've played, I thought, Tars, that quarter, and they just missed some goals they should have kicked. They moved the ball well. Their pressure, they didn't stop chasing, which pressured the Tiwi players. They didn't give up on the chase. Turned the footy over and probably should have kicked a couple more.
Matty Shem Tatapu opening with 3 goals. Extraordinary for the big man.
And 2 behinds as well. He missed 2 within probably the first 5 minutes. Came back to get 3 more. I mean, he alone could have Tars up a lot higher than they are.
Back underway to open up the second quarter. It's a nice tap down in the Abe Anchor's direction. He's got the zinc on the snores, looking sharp, the big man. That's a clever tap over from Kim Cantilla. It's Michael Dunn just cutting it off. Big hit on Jakura. He goes down from Westerberg, gets back up though. And a scrap on, and we'll have a stoppage.
He's killing it, Anchors, at the moment. He was on fire that quarter and started this quarter pretty well as well.
So Westerberg with a tap. It's a great tap too. You can't leave Anchors out by himself. Tatapu flies, comes over the back. This Jason Porantatamiri runs into trouble but gets the kick away. It's danger. And well done there to Travis Tambling.
Good numbers. If they could have just halved that footy then, Tars, they had a lot of numbers around the football.
Yeah, that one's out of bounds on the floor, maybe? No, it's touched.
Controversy, that one.
Controversy. Jack Mankara, that was. And that was a bit of Prince for those of you playing at home.
Westenberg hasn't touched the footy much, but his hit-outs to advantage are as good as any ruckman has had this season.
So it's worked into inside 50, and that was an interesting off-the-deck sort of vibe there.
So what he was trying?
I thought it was a little bit even more than interesting. He's going the other way.
He was trying to get towards goal. Oh, holy moly. What are you doing here? We've just got a bit of a lull in play. Here we go. It's a
lovely throw-in.
Beautiful throw-in. It comes out the back. I'm not sure whether that should have been a free kick. Anyway, it's played on, and it's Kim Cantilla. We'll have a set shot on goal.
Cantilla make the distance from there, Ricky?
He's looking for Brody Campbell.
He's looking to pass off, yeah.
Brody Campbell worked pretty hard to get into some space there, but
he's got the wind behind his back.
Yeah, probably back him in.
Here he is.
Oh, he's got close to the mark.
He sure has, and he has drilled it. So Kimmy Cantilla opens up his account with his first.
Like Tars to work the mark a little bit stronger there. I reckon it could have caused him to slip the kick, but Tars off to a flyer again. Abe Anchors is worrying me the amount of football he is getting.
That's when he got out the back, that last stoppage at centre forward.
And just the amount of clearances he's getting is scary.
Who's in the ruck this time for Tiwi? It's Aaron Daniels.
I reckon Tiwi, they don't contest this ruck. I know in a final, we played them in a final last year, we did a lot of video work about them not going up in the ruck, and we were able to hurt them pretty hardly in the first quarter with that. I reckon sides are starting to work this out.
Again, you just see Anchors at the back by himself. He didn't get it that time. So they're up at centre forward, Tiwi. Ekmankara goes off the deck. Michael Dunn there. Mankara goes and works it through. It's chopped off by Brody Carroll. Gets wrapped up and holding the pill.
Might be dropping the ball, but he first grabbed the footy. Just the importance of it is good below his knees. So if I was the coach, I wouldn't be too upset with that. Just his attack on the footy and how he first grabbed the footy.
So the ball comes up to centre forward. Big fly there from Michael Cooper, and it goes over the line, and we'll have a boundary throw in. Just want to see a bit more magic from Shem Tatapu. He's playing on Sam Dyke. I think Sam Dyke's just working back from a hand injury.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to watch that contest as it plays out. Shem well and truly has the bickies so far. As we're back, Zach Westerberg with another tap down to Anchors. I think he gets wrapped up. Go off the deck. Comes inside 50 for Tiwi. That's Waratah with the numbers. No missed target there, and we'll have another boundary throw in.
I think looking at the ladder, I think if Tars win this, it'd put him in a good position. I reckon Tars have got the hardest draw home, and I reckon Palmerston have got, out of all the sides, Palmerston have got the easiest draw home if you go by ladder positions. So be important for Tars to win this game.
Westerberg again to anchors. We'll be calling that one a fair bit today by the looks of it. That one's gone over the line. They've gained about 50 metres.
If Tars if they were to win this game, there's a long way to go. But just playing those hard games going into finals compared to winning by big margins, it could set them up all right. Just give them some good confidence going. If they play well in that 3 weeks, just going into finals footy.
Tar currently up by 24. Handball comes out and they're inside 50 just like that. Here he is, the big man, goes with the one hand. That one's out of bounds. Now they're in the forward pocket.
Interestingly, Ricky, I had a look at last year's ladder where the home and away season finished. Now, Tars didn't make finals last year. They just missed out against the Tiwi Bombers as well. So, as you said, a win today for a tough draw coming up. They're really going to need this win today coming into finals because they just missed out last year by one spot.
Tadapur with the tap down to himself. Harleypur and Tatamiri is with the kick to a 2-on-1. It could have been a trip. Umpire just lets that one go. And the Waratah with the numbers, well and truly. The kick comes inside 50. Beautiful kick. And Kimmy Cantilla again. He'll line up for his second.
And kick the last one. I'd like Tiwi to really work this mark. Make him kick over the top of the guy on the mark and make him work for it. It's a little thing, but it can make a humongous difference in football.
Superstar Kimmy Cantilla. Kick from about 45. Gets him to a trot. Kick on the way. He's to the right. And through for a minor.
It's not the football from the Bombers we've seen over the last few weeks.
No, and again, Tars could even be further up. Play on. They don't listen to the umpires, these players.
Everyone stopped there.
Even I stopped. That one's paid that time. It's Harleypur and Tatamiri. They've got a mountain of space this side. Ignores it. Had Roy Farmer on. Jeffrey Simon goes over his head and that one's over the line. We'll have boundary throw-in. I'll tell you what, Rick, I know you're a huge fan of them and we've seen plenty of them. Boundary throw-ins.
I'm not a huge fan.
Westerberg with the tap down. Run into a Harleypur and Tatamiri tackle, and it was a good one too. Just pinged folding the ball. Plays on, sells a fair bit of candy. Does a little man at half back. Gets a kick up. Austin Wanamiri drops the mark. Should have held on to it.
Should have kept his feet as well.
And they're away, Waratah. Good tap out the back. Beautiful tackle from Big Shem Tatapu. Gets on the right and he's missed it.
There's another very gettable goal. The game nearly really should be over.
So Jason Purantatamiri. Back pocket has absolutely nothing down the line.
He's just stopped again there.
He didn't look before he went there. He went and then he was going, hang on, there's 5 Tars players out there.
The kick is Abe Ankers. He's had about 2 million possessions this quarter already. Harleypur and Tatamiri with a nice spoil. The sneaky hands come out to Heenan. He kicks in the Jakura direction but beats him to it. We'll have Andrew throw in. I haven't seen the deliberate paid, Rick, but the amount of these boundary throw-ins, she couldn't be too far off, could it?
I'm not sure if we have a rules committee in the NTFL, but I think it's something we've got to look at.
So ball thrown back in, Westerberg again, down to himself, chases up, and that one's, I think that could be on the full. Yes, it is.
Good umpire. We don't want boundary throwing. Good work.
Absolutely. Thought it probably would have gone the other way, though. I am 120 odd metres away, though, so I'm not going to get involved in this one.
No, I think you've made the right decision, Nick.
Hold on a minute. All controversy. They're not sure who it come off. Good call. I should be a boundary umpire. I'll call that from here.
Get out there, Nick.
I'll see you later, guys. Just kidding.
Come back, Nick.
No, you're right. Just kidding. Ball thrown back in. Abe Ankers just puts that straight up in the air.
That
Sits up on top of the light tower for a second, comes back down. Harleypur and Tatamiri off a step, gets him up to centre half forward, but again straight out of bounds, and we'll have another boundary throw in.
They're not linking up the Bombers, are they, Ricky?
No. Anchor's again got that last clearance. He didn't get it clearly, but...
So we look down to the bench. We need to Cyril. Cyril really needs to get out there and play, I reckon. Just a few more games just before the end of the home and away season. We've got 2 after this weekend. It'd be really good to see the great man run around.
And there'll be a few more thousand people walk through the door.
Oh, absolutely. Indeed.
Unfortunately, I've got some bad news for you. He's cleared to St Mary's, so he will not be playing for the Tiwi Bombers this year. Sorry, to put a damper on it.
There you go.
Saints 2020?
I don't know.
I'm going to start calling you Damien Barrett, Rick. It's extraordinary work from you. The news breaker. As we're back on the centre wing, here's Roy Farmer. Goes back to Purantatamiri. The kick to centre half forward. Big fly from the back. There's Zach Westerberg in front. Makes a good mark. So it goes with the kick to Sammy Waddell. He just pops it over the top, finds Waratah, the tune of James. He looks to move it. It's a long kick in the Tatapu direction. Nice kick it is too. Hits him right on the chest. He winds around, throws it on the right into the forward pocket for Waratah. And that one's over the line again.
You'd almost consider that a win for the Tars, though, wouldn't you, to be set up just in that corner there?
And now you've got to have the mindset to be in a scoring condition. A lot of forwards think it's time to rest. What you can do if you train your team that the mindset that now is goal time,
it seems like it to me.
And work time, they can really score from it.
Yeah.
And ball thrown back in. Tatapu just worries Dyke out of it. Goes with the handball. It's chopped off by Dunn. It's a kick. Oh, they're nearly away here, Tiwi. They are.
There we go.
Austin Watamiri off a step, puts it out in front. Rocco Tungatala, he's running onto it. He's dangerous, he's been held onto. Umpire says, well, throw it in.
Thought so.
Yeah, knew what Tiwi fans wanted there.
See Ryan Griffith playing for Southern Districts on Sunday against St Mary's. Southern Districts, former ex-AFL captain. I think he come probably top 3 in the Brownlow medal quite a few times.
He was in the All-Australian in 2003, 2004, I think.
Ball thrown back in. Westerberg with the tap. It's a nice tackle. Oh, just lets that one go. So interesting sort of work there from Jakura, I think it was.
So went about 3 metres.
Yeah, I thought that as well, Ricky.
Fair way out. We'll see how he goes.
So we'll kick from just about on 50 up against the boundary line. It's a good looking kick and it's just punched through right on the last round. Good effort.
Good defending.
Oh, this is chopped off and it's going straight back over your head, son. Chopped off. That was beautiful work from Pio Kua Jimmy.
I can change the game of footy, that.
Absolutely.
Heads can drop quickly, but that's where leadership comes in here to just make sure that doesn't happen. The 3 goals. Interesting to see this centre bounce with the Waratahs, whether Tiwi do contest the ruck work, so we'll just watch that in this centre bounce.
We got in there. Jakura's up at centre half forward. Heenan.
It's been really interesting across the season to see if it works for them or not.
Westerberg with a tap straight to anchors.
It's easy to work out.
Umpire lets that one go. Oh, beautiful footwork there from the big man in. Waddell goes with the kick. That's a good one.
There we go.
Have a look at that. I'll tell you what, Rick, that Abe Anchors out of the middle just kills you, doesn't it?
Yeah, I reckon I've got no idea. I reckon Tars have done a bit. If you do a bit of work on it, you can hurt Tiwi. If it's coached, you can hurt them pretty badly. And I've got a feeling Tars have planned for this because they've hurt them pretty badly. So I reckon it worked for Tiwi for a while, especially the second half of last year. Yeah. It worked really well. But I just got a feeling teams are getting onto it. They're getting together at training and they're saying we're going to hit this spot, we're going to block this area, and when you do it, you can do a lot of damage.
So back in the middle, they extend the lead. Here they are again. Stay in the middle. Chopped off by Simon. Good effort from that young man. Handball goes in the Jakura direction. Goes without it. Again, they've worked it up to half forward. Heenan. He gets onto this one. He's away. Or he just gets held up at the last moment. Good pressure there from Tungatala, and it's popped over. Here's Pruitt Jimmy again.
Do it again.
Can he get two in a row? Snap. It's a good one. That's pretty good. He gets his second. And Tiwi get the quick reply.
Very quick reply. Out of the middle. Well done. PA's kicked 2 in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Sounds like a song title. And good song too. Good work there from Heenan.
Yeah, and he kept the ball in front. It was really well done.
Ricky, did you work with his younger brother James Port-Jimmy?
No, but I used to pick Pio up every training. He was going to St John's College. I used to pick him up and take him to training every night. So he played for St Mary's and went to school at St John's. So when he was boarding there, I just used to pick him up in the morning. So lovely kid, well educated, and then he moved back to moved back home after he finished his education. So
in the middle,
James is playing pretty good footy for St Mary's at the moment as well.
So it's a half forward. Heenan held on to a bit. Keeps his feet, does well. Gets a kick in, attacking 50. There's a bit of holding going on there. And Munkara's letting the umpire know about it too.
All of a sudden, the Bombers are the ones with the forward entries.
It's just sometimes after a milestone, I know they got themselves up for Simon. He's well-respected, Simon Munkara. They got themselves up. And sometimes you have a bit of you get yourself up for a game and all the energy and everything's focused onto that. They come into this week, we'll beat Tars easily and it doesn't work.
Stop
it.
Fresh airy. Out of bounds.
Where's Rocco here? When he's at his best.
And he's quick and cut right through.
So ball thrown back in. Aussie Wanamiri at the back. But Waratah with the numbers.
So wants to mob it up.
Really want to make one of those little chip kicks. They've Waratah with the numbers, but Tiwi have done well just to hold it up. If they get this over the line, it'll be a win, although they're away.
Well done, Henry.
Henry Kuranua. It's a long kick, and that's a great spoil.
It's a great win for Tars, because it was a 3v1, so Waddell, the boundary was a friend then. We got a lot of friends, but on that occasion, I reckon the boundary line was a good one for him.
Absolutely. Been some good throw-ins today. Quite impressed. Handball comes out. Again, Sammy Godden's having an outstanding game. It's a good kick.
The sun in the eyes there. There was a great mark.
It's Jordan McKenzie.
Got good numbers back here, Tiwi.
So McKenzie goes long to a contest. Waddell, too big. No, just dropped it at the last moment.
That was almost one of those Buddy Franklin style marks. You know, he gets like 3 or 4 grabs of it before he can actually hold on to it.
Good defending by Virgil. Putting down there, he used his body well.
Absolutely. It's a big unit. Is that Sammy Waddell? Ball thrown back in. Westerberg with the tap down again. He's won 1 million hit-outs today. That's a good-looking
It's coming
kick. Oh, it's at a boo. Umpire says play hard. Everything's happening.
Look at how close it was on the
Fast
line.
play. This we're not Tiwi are dangerous. This fast play from the fullback kick out.
Oh, geez, they're away, are they? Into the kick into space, and that's going to come back.
Well done, Stevens. Very well done.
So they come across the ground.
I don't know. Tiwi have ran forward. Just get the ball in the forward line now. Like, Tiwi are able to get numbers behind the ball.
So they're going for Deck. That one's out of bounds on the full.
Call it the launch pad, the centre of the ground there. When you get the footy there, just get a deep entry, especially when all Tiwi, their transition was all forward. I reckon you could have heard them with a deep entry then.
So Purantatamiri goes backwards to Jakura. He finds Virgil Purantatamiri. He plays on. Chips it over the top. They've worked it well. That's a good kick. He's got a mile there.
Space for days.
One bounce. It's the one bounce that time. Could have had a million.
Oh, that is as risky as they come.
Shane Tippett to Mary. The kick centre forward, disappointing kick.
Usually your skills are elite, Shane Tippermanamiri, not on that occasion.
Forbes goes sideways to Mackenzie. Sorry, this is Mackenzie. He's going to get it here. It's just held up. Dyke for Tiwi. Go off the ground. It's all Waratahs with the numbers though. Mackenzie just puts it straight up in the air. Heenan sits under it. It's scrappy here, this bit of play, it pops out, and there we go, Tiwi, they're away, the kick comes up to centre half forward.
That was great to hold on to the ball there.
Great mark by Simon Munkara. Look at that. Let's talk about Rocco there on the run.
I call it a tick lead, so he ran back, and he ticked it back into the space, and Simon did it very well.
20 minutes into the second quarter, and there's 20 points in it. You're watching 7-2's coverage of the NTFL thanks to TIO, NAFLs, Apia, and MacArthur River Mining.
Giddy up.
Giddy up.
Thanks for that, Matty. There's Bungatalum. He's been a bit quiet today, the great man. To open up the account from right on 50. It's off the side of the boot. Players fly, and it's out of bounds on the full.
One of his best kicks.
No. He looks dangerous, but... How's that? Just talk us through that. That goal last week, Rick, to get him in front by a point to beat Ninecliff.
It's about 20 metres out, and he, instead of kicking the goal, he then handballed it over to, I forget who it was, and he fumbled, and then...
He fell over.
And then Rocco butted up and kicked it off the ground.
Goal.
And then went back to the boundary. The umpire, virtually, the ball left his hand and the siren went, so there would have been 1 second left in the game, I reckon.
Well, that was the first time I think I've ever lost it. I lost the plot watching
and then
it.
there was that one, Holt Fitz in the last quarter was directly in front and kicked it off his left foot and missed it.
Did it all banana. Couldn't believe it. He could have buried them. Oh well, that's why we love footy. Big tackle, ragdoll style. It's questionable at the very least. Ball comes up to centre half forward. Pops out, Jeffrey Simon throws on the boot. That is one of the biggest missed kicks. I thought it was going to land straight on Jack Munkara. Big tackle on him. And that one's over the line and we'll have a boundary throw in.
Seen a few big crunching tackles today, haven't we, gentlemen?
You WWF style suplexes.
Questionable ones.
Yeah. Westerberg. Here's Paddy Heenan. Banana off a step across the face. And out of bounds on the full. So 22 minutes ticks over. It's Waratah up by 20. To move it quick. Good mark there to Bailey Zobel. They look to move it quickly. They're up on the centre wing at the drop of a hat. Liddell drops a mark. Gardner getting the handball away. Here's Brody Carroll. Run inside. That's a
Sam Flanagan has got a lot of time. He needs to put that straight through the middle.
There he goes, Flanagan.
And he has
stopped it.
Good looking kick.
Well done.
Handy goal for Tars in red time.
They did it last quarter too.
Moves the ball very well, Waratahs in. That's what's impressed me, their ball movement and the amount of their ability to not give up on a chase. A lot of... You often see against Tiwi people just, well, I'm not going to catch them.
Yeah.
And you're not. You face facts, you're not.
True.
But if you never know, they might stuff up the bounce, they might hit their toe. And what we saw last week with the dying stages with Rocco, like it looked like he was going to kick a goal. A couple of mistakes, end up kicking it, but you just got to keep persistent pressure.
Keep on, Ning.
Good at English.
Thank you. I do best, English talking.
Tiwi contested that one and they ended up getting the ball out of the middle.
There we go. It is half-time here at TIO Stadium where it's Waratah in control, 8-10-58 to Tiwi Bombers, 5-2-32. We'll have a quick break and be back with the second half right after this.
She's flying down to Alice today.
Don't forget to put away the garden furniture.
Yep, got it.
And just remember the TIO weather alerts. Garden furniture!
Love you too.
She's off, but he's still got TIO. They cover you for territory weather, cyclone, storm surge, flood, hail, and they're local, so they can respond fast.
TIO? Storm staying, kids.
Absolutely zero.
Zero.
Yeah, definitely.
It has to be zero. Yes.
Yep. Absolutely.
I don't think that's asking too much.
kilonewton centrifugal force, infrared remote control.
How does he do it?
24.5 kilowatt diesel motor.
He doesn't just know how to operate every piece of Kennard's high gear we get in, but also its service details and safety checks. I know.
It's as if he can hypnotise each piece.
Give me 2 passes with sauce, coffee white with 1 bun with icing, no pink icing.
Yep, no worries, Terry.
Time to escape, 'cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm moving far and wide.
Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here.
Are you overrun with rubbish and need a skip bin? For easy disposal from your garden cleanup, renovation or spring clean? When you think skip bins, think NTRS. NTRS, your friendly, reliable and local waste disposal company.
The NTFL clubs and umpires would like to share the following events and messages and thank their sponsors for the 2018-2019 TIO NTFL season.
Welcome back to 7-2's coverage of the TIO NTFL season. Just about to get the third quarter underway. It's Waratah 8-10-58. Tiwi Bombers 5-2, 32, 26-point lead. Rick, Waratah in control.
Yeah, 10 more scoring shots. Played good footy. Kicked a goal late just to keep that buffer. Unfortunately, when you're playing Tiwi, it's not over yet. So they need to produce that again in the second half.
We've often seen they are the comeback kings, and they defeated the ladder leaders Nightcliff last week. Right, a goal right on the final siren. So yeah, you wouldn't write them off just yet.
Matty Hepworth, you are the Jane Bunn of the commentary box. There's a bit of weather set in, mate. Looks like there's a bit of rain that's just popped in for the moment. It'll be interesting to see if there's any more later down the track, or if it's going to hang around or whatnot. So, Miss Bunn, we'll get you onto that if we can.
What are the umpires waiting for you? Is it the
rain, maybe?
The commercial? The commercial might be finishing now.
Imagine that. No, the rain. We're not going to go. We're back to quarters underway. Let's have a look at that. Ruckman flew and Tiwi win the clearance. Here's Rocco Tungatalan out in space, gets just pushed out of the way though. And that is Riley Judd with the clearing kick straight over the line, and everyone's throwing their hands up. Whoa. I thought the umpire was going to do the deliberate.
Good call, Nick, though. I reckon when the Tiwi contest the footy, they're more of a chance to get in the centre.
I actually got that off you because you're an ex-coach. So thank you.
Good teacher.
That sounded really smart then. I'm listening, Rick. I am listening. As Harley Porantadamiri plays for the high free kick. That's Godden sits on top. Jakura sits on top of him. Could have been holding the ball. He's got the Jakura and Godden have a bit of a bubble bath together, or a laugh. As the kick comes out the centre wing. Nice tap down.
Lovely tap.
That's beautiful work to Kiranua. Gets handball over the top. They're away. Brody Carroll up to centre half forward. The kick comes in the Tatapu direction. Too easy for the big man.
If we get a replay of that, just Anker's work rate from that stoppage was unbelievable.
He's been doing that all game as well.
Just his spread, very, very impressive.
Now, Rick, the big man from here, Tatapu, do you like him from here?
Oh, I'll sit on the fence. Am I allowed? I don't get paid $200,000 a year to sit on the fence, do I? You'll put it through.
The richest man in commentary history, and Tatapu has dogged that one, and he gets his fourth.
Wowing. So just some patchy isolated showers, I believe, would be the technical term there. So certainly not much on the radar at the moment. It is a little bit overcast, but not a lot around.
Unbelievable.
Talk about work rate, Ricky.
Yeah, he was unbelievable. Anchors there. It was super impressive, wasn't it?
Have a look at the Tiwi bench.
Got to keep the heads up, don't they, in this kind of situation there?
I wouldn't say this is Tar's strongest side for the year. Probably had a stronger side last week against Wanderers. Wanderers had a good side in last week as well, I should say, but playing good football.
There we go. Away again, Jeffrey Simon though with that closing speed.
He's very quick.
Just hustling. That was Brody Carroll getting the kick away. And it's chopped off at half back. So Waratah up by 31. Tiwi definitely they can score quick. Michael Dunn at half back for Tiwi. It's going to come out.
I think hit the deck first there.
Virgil Purantadamiri to Jakura. He's held up. He just pops it back over to Jimmy. Purantadamiri, sorry. They're just looking to hold on to the ball here. Tiwi.
This is what you want to force Tiwi into this kick. They don't like it.
And they're nearly away then. That will have boundary throw in.
Surprised me, Tars. I sort of thought when they lost Timmy Mosquito, I thought it's going to be hard. I reckon I just didn't think they had the depth, and I thought it was season over. But they've impressed me. I reckon they could do some damage in a final series. After watching today, we'll see what happens.
The ball thrown back in. Westerberg. Sent out the back. He gets it. Wrapped up. Gets the hands away. Forbes to Anchors. And that one's chopped off again at half back. For Tiwi with the play on.
Ooh, slipped there, I think.
Fair dinkum Falcon straight to the face on Aaron Daniels. seen many Falcons recently. I'm going to stand up for the moment, Rick. I think I've done me back. I went to a place called the Gym or something this morning. I think something to my back, I reckon.
What's that? What's the Gym?
I've heard plenty of him. Don't know who he is. As Waratah look to run it out. Out of that stoppage, handball comes over his anchors. He's got the throws it on the left, and it's straight down the throat of Michael Dunn. He looks to move it quickly. I love watching this man run off half back. He's just got to collect it, and he does. He's clean, throws it on the left, and chopped off. No,
good work in their favour.
Here we go. Austin Montemiri's putting on the Shepherd. He's going to get it over the top here, Ozzy. And he's gone with a quick kick backwards, and it works well. And the mark taken there to Michael Wilson.
Just an error by Zobel. He did the right thing, left his man, high risk, high reward, but he just fumbled the football, which enabled Tiwi to set this up. So
here's Michael Wilson. Open his account for today.
Nice boots, those green ones. They're nice.
They are flush.
Would not miss them at night.
Here we go. The kick. This might not make the distance. The big flyer at the back, and it's knocked through.
Done well, Tars, to kill a footy over the line today. A few times, you don't want the ball coming back in against Tiwi because they'll kill you at ground level. So
it's Abe Anchors. Is it doing the kick out? No. It comes out in the Westerberg direction. Jakira with a nice little bump as he launched at it. It's wrapped up in a tackle. Umpire letting this one go. Comes back out. And holding the field.
Yeah, it had to be because he had a prior opportunity. He took the footy. He could have handballed it straight away, but he took a step. And Patrick Heenan,
the captain, love this man's work. Has he got the juice in the legs to get this one home, Rick?
No, I reckon he's better on the run, Paddy, usually.
Let's get the shot right behind from the commentary box. Paddy Heenan from right on 50. The kick looks pretty good off the boot. Holds its line. It's home.
I told you he wouldn't get it.
What a great kick from the captain. A much needed goal. And they get it back to 24.
Always lurking, Tiwi, aren't they? Always lurking.
Absolutely. It was a fair effort from the great man. Look down, the Buffs coach down there.
Made it look better by going 10 metres towards the grandstand.
The Buff game's up next. Andy Campbell's down there. Ready for his team. So who are they taking on, Rick?
They are taking on Matt.
Stand by.
Let's get Matty in the newsroom. Think of that one.
Might be Palmerston, is it? Palmerston? St Mary's Crocs tomorrow.
I rolled it out in my sports reports all day Friday.
You think for three blokes that follow the footy pretty quick, we would have had that by now, wouldn't we?
I just concentrate on my task.
Paddy Heenan up to half forward. We'll leave that one with Matty Hepworth, the newsbreaker.
Stand by.
As they're away. Here, Waratah, they look to move it quickly. It's a nice handball over the top to Mackenzie. He gets it up the kick up to half forward. Tatapoo again. He's eating everyone that plays on him for breakfast. He's too big and strong.
It's by far his best game, isn't it? Yeah.
He stands at 198 centimetres, I think.
It's sort of interesting because Westenberg's virtually rucked the whole game and Tatapoo stayed at full forward. So must have been something they spoke about before the game. A fair kick. He'd be kicking from over 50. The sidewards jiggle.
There he is. Tatapoo. That's a deliberate kick. Liddell flies, comes to ground. Pike, bit of holding on there. Desperate times here for Tiwi.
Oh, they
just about away.
Good umpire not paying that free kick. Yeah. Threw the hands out.
Had a bit of Eddie Betts finesse about that. Try to ride it along the boundary line there and out. The Buffs go up against Wanderers at 5 o'clock, gentlemen.
I just got the message.
I told you Wanderers
earlier on. Liz Cruz just text me.
It's like, boys, come on.
So it must be Nycliffe Pay Palmerston.
So ball thrown back in. Tatapoo doing the work that time. That's a lucky kick.
Actually read in the paper today, Matty Campbell actually very limited on how much coaching he can do with the suspension he's up against at the moment as well.
I think he has to watch from the grandstand, doesn't he?
Yes, yeah.
I've got a feeling if they were... I think the team's allowed to come over to the fence and he can talk to them from behind the fence if they want.
Really?
That's what I've seen other coaches, naughty coaches do.
Was that from your days,
No,
Rick?
it absolutely wouldn't be in my role, I'm telling you.
Forbes up to the top of the goal square. Tatapu out of his hands. Ali Purantatamiri, he's in a bit of strife here. He's done well. They've run it over the line. Well done from the young man. Absolutely. That's extraordinary. You can run up to the fence.
But no, the whole team can come over. He can speak. He can address the team from the other side of the fence.
Really?
Whether they do that, but I have seen it in country football before.
I'm surprised after my comment with the Tiwi Ruckman going up and winning the thing that they don't run to me and ask for anything over the fence, Rick. But anyway, yeah, look at that. Anchors out of the stoppage and it's to the left.
Nearly sent that one to the back of the Michael Long centre there.
I thought it smacked straight into a MLLC window.
I know Tiwi don't have a tag. They don't tag players. They never have. But just one of their fly-ins. If they had a fly in this game, would they deploy that way? Because Anchors is just killing them from stoppage situations.
Jakura with a bigger body onto him, Rick?
Yeah, I'll just say, can you just go with him at stoppages? Because he'd win 2 out of 3.
What are you doing that? Because do you want him to run with him the whole time? Let's say Jakura went to Anchors.
I reckon just at stoppages, can you stay? Yeah. Can you just stay with him at stoppages?
So I've got it back to 24.
And Nathan, who was a great player for Wanderers, played AFL football for Geelong and Western Bulldogs. That's a strength of his as well.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
But it gets to a game where a person just getting hold of you.
So the free kick going the way of Purantatamiri, is it?
Yeah, we're also talking about one of the best players in the NTFL. The bloke's a gun.
Yeah, very unlucky not to get picked up in the rookie draft, I would have thought, Rick.
Yes.
Might have the Boomer Harveys about him just a touch short. Boomer Harvey, of course, is one of the all-time greats.
Dime a dozen, and played for a very good football club.
Well, debatable. We're in the back pocket. The Tiwi. Again, they've just been held up.
They've moved backwards a lot the last couple of plays.
It's a great kick.
Oh, that's an extraordinary kick into space. Finds Sammy.
It's a dangerous time for Waratahs. I reckon they've stopped their work rate a bit.
Oh, Harley Purantatamiri, he's flaunting with danger. Tungatalum goes without it. He's in a 2-on-1. He's been worried about it. Too easy on that occasion. Waratah away. The handball comes over the top. No, just went without that one. Jakura, that's a nice tackle. Was the ball to go over. So 11 minutes gone. It's Waratah by 25. Still danger signs for Waratah. Tiwi can kick at 10.
His hit outs to advantage, Westenberg today, been very good.
The kick up to full forward. Nanka stands under it, keeps his feet, goes to ground, gets back up. He's taken on about 3 or 4 and holding the ball. He ducked his head. And nice work from Tiwi, the Tiwi defence there. And Jeffrey Simon's going to get the free kick.
I've never seen Anchors one out in the square like that, so I'm very interested to see how he goes. He looked dangerous there, but it was a good defending by Tiwi.
Jason Purantatamiri. He just pops it over to Dyke. Going to get it back, is he? Yes. Love watching these half-backers for Tiwi run off half-back is very exciting. Umpire calls it on play on.
Utah's fans weren't happy with that.
Mr. Monamiri just got the wrong bounce at the wrong time. And a good tackle, keeping the pressure on. There's Tiwi players everywhere. They're wrapped up. It's holding the pill. Paddy Heenan. That's a good tackle.
Just thinking coaching-wise, Tars have got a good lead if they don't kick this. Whether you put Waddell, who was the best defender in the competition last year, whether they put Waddell behind the footy, there's no Justin Bugler. It's probably a good lead, and he's a gun at centre half back. Do we just chuck him Waratahs behind the football from here to the rest of the quarter?
Paddy Heenan for his second to get the margin back to 19. The kick on the way is pretty good. Tiwi still in it.
They keep themselves in it.
They're coming. I was talking about that breaking news earlier, boys. It was a bit of a source of mine in Cairns has told me that the Cairns Football League are looking at trying to join the NTFL next season. As early as next season. So I'll put it here, the NTF, there's not advanced talks with the NTFL, so I'll make that clear. The NTF, there's no talks between the two parties, but on the Cairns side of things, they're pretty advanced, and there's some pretty good football brains involved from the Cairns side of things. So
wow.
There you go, that'd be interesting. Jukura ducks ahead.
I will say again, there has not been talks between the two competitions and the NTFL, so the NTFL side of it aren't that involved in it, but I know it needs to be a 5-year plan with the finances. From the Cairns side, a bit of a blue. Umpire's just got to bounce the ball here. Throw it up, ump.
I think they've given a free kick.
That's perfect, good umpiring. Very good.
Just keep playing on.
That there splits up a fight pretty quickly.
Anchor's in a one-on-one, and he's been held on to.
Yeah, on the Guernsey there.
Best way to stop a fight, throw the ball up.
Absolutely.
Very good umpiring. Now on the Cairns side, finances probably won't be a problem. They've got the Kazali Club there. They're extremely well resourced. There's some football people with very high skill sets involved in this on the Cairns side of it. They want to create pathways for Cairns footballers into the Territory Thunder and then onto the AFL.
Well, that makes sense. It'd be a good plan if they pull that one off. Here's Abe Anchors for his first. And that is an absolute stinker.
Maybe that's why he doesn't go one out in the square too much.
Oh, that's maybe why he didn't make it to the AFL level.
Everyone's allowed one bad kick.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's only had about 40 today.
So we've gone back to an action replay of the
look at this.
Bit of WWF Royal Rumble sort of vibe there. There's Albert Tipperwoody winds around. That's a good kick.
They've got the chance now, the Bombers.
Poor Jimmy throws it on the left. Austin Wanamere in a one-on-one. Bailey Zobel falconed himself and rushed it through.
Riley Judd's done a pretty good job down there today, I reckon, at fullback. Good strength shown there.
So Zobel plays onto himself. Good kick out the back. Westerberg flies, brings it to ground, gets a handball away. And that is on the fall.
So with this news, Ricky, we're looking at 2020 season?
That's what I believe. They want to get straight into it.
Yeah.
I'll say it again for the third time. NTFL, the two parties have not had talks. So this is all on the Cairns side of it.
Yeah.
They want to create pathways for their kids. They've been going to Brisbane and it's probably not working out as well as they want. Pathways into the NT Thunder. And they want to play in our off-season. So budgets have been done, costs have been done. It's fairly advanced on that side of it. They're getting a plan together to show to the NTFL.
Cameron Barrett with the kick up to half forward. It's a good one. Finds McKenzie looking for options inside 50. Comes across.
And I will add, the people involved in the Cairns side have got high skill sets. So this isn't kick and giggles things. It's a 5-year plan, and that league is very well financed.
Godden to out of bounds on the full. For Tadamiri to do the kicking. Comes across ground. It's a good kick. And finds Aaron Daniels. It's an even better kick. And get out of their trouble. Again, from the skill levels just picked up a bit for Tiwi. Have a look at this. Just in the drop of a hat. Inside 50. That one's over the line.
Just linking a lot better. Greatest difference for the Bombers in this quarter.
So win, Rick, I would have thought, for Tiwi.
Yeah, but Tars can't let a goal in here. I reckon if Tiwi get one, they'll get a very big sniff going into three-quarter time. Probably 5 minutes to go, so Tiwi could kick 5 goals technically.
So the ball thrown back in. Just a bit of a scrap on. Munkara gets shoved in the back. Umpire says play on. They get the handball away, Waratah. And Sammy Dyke in best position. Goes with the one juke, goes to ground. And he lets Barrett get the kick to half forward. Pura Tadamiri charging out from full back.
That's outstanding, Pura.
Absolutely.
High risk, high reward. Left his man, won the footy. Well done, Pura.
Michael Dunn with the kick inside, attacking 50 for Tiwi. It's just that final kick coming inside, isn't it, Rick?
I'm impressed with Tars, just their starting points at stoppages, starting points when Tiwi are entering. They're right with their opponents. They've been defended well. You give Tiwi too much room and they can hurt you. So just here, this is what I'm talking about. Starting points here, and they're all with their defenders. No space, and they get the clearance. Well done, Waratahs.
Anchors again with that clearance. Michael Dunn with a spoil. And it comes out the back to Mackenzie. He goes with a quick kick. There's a volleyball.
And he's got it as well.
Pike from
This bloke here is the best defender in the comp. He's a gun.
Comes with a kick across to Aaron Daniels. Tungatala in space. He's done. Look at that kick. That was an absolute bullet. He finds Harley Quarantanamiri. How's that kick, Rick?
Just getting back to Jason Putantanameri. He is underrated. Very, very underrated.
And I will add, he's got a great man bun.
Yeah.
That is also very underrated. I reckon that rivals Cammy from Nightcliff. Absolutely. He's Harley Quarantanamiri for that reward for effort. Look at that. And well and truly back in it.
They're coming. Getting a bit too close for Waratahs, I reckon.
20 minutes into the third quarter, you're watching 7-2's coverage of the NTFL thanks to TIO, Naffles, Apia and MacArthur River Mining.
Let's have a look at the
Look at this kick.
Kick of a century, Rocco.
The king. Look at that. It's a low bullet.
Could have cut the grass as it went through there.
Yeah, it was a kick that just went over Gooch's head from Waratah and then landed in. Just well timed, well weighted. Anyway, back in the middle. And Abe Anchors again, charging out of the middle, gets a kick. He's Jason Purantatamiri again, but Shem.
He has had a ripper this bloke.
He's on fire.
He's played 5 times better than he's in the past. He's just improved out of sight.
Absolutely.
Just his 5th NTFL game as well.
5th.
Very, very impressive.
He's lining up for his 5th.
Wow.
But as we've seen, I don't know if he runs at this. If he runs at one of those signs and then snaps it, I reckon he's a chance. I don't know about this run up though. It's interesting.
Well,
is that the rugby?
Was that a body twist there?
It's a body twist. Now he's put that out on the full. Rick, have you ever seen the body twist in the run up?
No. What's the West Coast full forward? What's his name?
Oh, Josh Kennedy.
Yeah, he sort of used to do a bit of a shuffle.
He does a shuffle, the happy feet or whatever, but that one's like a full 90-degree twist.
Yeah.
Got to watch it. He'll get a hip injury doing that.
Well, that's how my back feels. Actually talking that I might stand up again. As we just have a bit of a break.
Stretch it
Trying
out.
to find the footy.
He's gone into like the pool or something at the Michael Long Centre there. Go fish it out.
I need to go into the ice baths at the Michael Long Centre. This gym, I'll tell you what, it's hard work. I've never been up to it. That's why I gave up after winning a premiership with St Monica's under-12s in Bendigo.
Ricky, just as we've got a little bit of a break at the moment, you've seen a lot of footy on the field, a lot of footy off the field as well. We know, each player trains incredibly hard off the field. Who are some of the best trainers, the hardest trainers that you've seen off field, not on play, but working hard off the field?
Off the field. You put me on the spot here, matey. I might. I'll have a think about it. Cameron Islet's ridiculously.
Look at this.
Who's that? Barbie's getting paid for that. It's Wally Gallio, isn't it?
Is it?
And what about the pass? That's hit him lace out, that pass. I reckon Wally's been practicing with Hodgie there. I reckon Wally gets on the roof and he passes it down to Hodgie and then... Because he just can't... That's a 40-metre pass. Very impressive, Wally Gallio.
Oh, extraordinary.
Well done,
I'll take my hand. Of course, Walter's been in the commentary box a few times this year. He must be watching from... I just saw the head of media, Amy Blake, walk in to try and sort that ball out, but Walter beat her to it. Have a look at this. That's a great contested mark from the big Westerberg.
Yeah, I'll do a list, matey. We might do it next week.
Okay. It's your homework for the week, Ricky.
Westerberg to the top of the square. Shem flies. Yakura. And the ball comes out. There's a race on. And he's pretty quick, that man.
Wow.
It was Gooch. There's the handball back, misses a target. Gooch can go back again. It's wrapped up in a big Jeffrey Simon tackle. Now he's paid too high. I didn't see that one slip on. And 50. Oh, geez, that's disappointing.
The Bombers thought they were on there.
Just got to be disciplined second half of the year.
Disciplined.
Sometimes things don't go your way, and you've just got to close your mouth.
Got the margin back to 12, Rick, and now it's going to be.
I reckon that umpire, not that I've ever umpired, but you're supposed to go in a direct line to the goals, I believe. I might be wrong. He's put him on a pretty hard angle there.
Absolutely.
He's not allowed to leave his because the siren has just gone.
Now the umpire just ran over. The other field umpire just ran over there.
He can't leave his line here.
Nick Gurch, and then kicked into the middle of the mark. Mothered. That's very lucky. Michael Dunn there doing the work there. Anyway, it's three-quarter time. It's Waratah 9-11-65 to Tiwi 8-5-53. We'll be back with the final quarter right after this.
She's flying down to Alice today.
Don't forget to put away the garden furniture.
Yep, got it.
And just remember the TIO weather alerts.
Garden furniture!
Love you too.
She's off, but he's still got TIO. They cover you for territory weather, cyclone, storm surge, flood, hail, and they're local, so they can respond fast.
TIO? Storm staying, kids.
Another life saved with the Chemist Warehouse app. Take control of your health and wellness. Download now.
CFS Schoolwear is the perfect choice for quality custom-made school uniforms. Ideal clothing for all school-related activities, whether it's 50 or 500 students, we have what you need. Contact the Cricket and Football Shop NT for your free CFS Schoolwear quote today.
Let's see. Roma, Verona?
Perhaps Barcelona.
Make your dream holiday a reality. Book your next getaway at Flight Centre with interest-free holidays and flexible repayment options.
Best in the air.
And everywhere.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience. Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Boys, we've got a real big problem. It belongs to you, it belongs to me, it belongs to everybody. I'm talking about family violence. It's time we said no more to family violence, isn't it? Yeah. Think about it.
We've all got to say no more to family violence. No more! Family violence is a community problem and it needs a community response from all of us, and sport is a big part of that. But we can all do our bit by being more respectful to each other. Please make this year the year we say no more to family violence.
Welcome back to 7-2's coverage of the TIO NTFL season at Waratah. 9-11-65 to Tiwi Bombers, 8-5-53. Ricky Nolan, we've got a game on our hands.
We have. They're coming, Tiwi. Certainly are. So if Tars lose this, they'll be spewing and they've just missed some opportunities. But I just thought Tiwi got their run and carry game going in the second half and played some very good football.
The umpire holds the ball up in the air. We're about to go. As I look at Abe Anchors in disgust, he's by himself. Let's see what he can do out of this stoppage. Although Gordon runs onto it, just keeps it out in front, gathers the ball, gets a handball out. It's a nice tackle there from Tangatalam. Hits the quick kick away. There's a race on. It's Jeffrey Simon and Nick Gooch. I'll be backing Jeffrey Simon. He gets the handball out to Michael Cooper, goes inboard to no one really. It's all Waratah. Now they're away, Waratah. They've got the numbers. It's a good kick. Here's Abe Anchors. It's like Jakura's running with him. He just took the mark out in front of Jakura. And it's a good kick, although dropped mark by Waddell. And that's Virgil Purantatamiri mopping up. And a nice lay down there from Silvani Babui.
He's from a little rest.
Yeah. Well, I'm not really sure about that kick. It works though. Paddy
Still
Heenan.
been tight.
It pops out over the back. Good pressure coming from Michael Cooper. Abe Anchors. Oh, he looked
I thought he stepped it.
Wow. It's either play on or fitty for mine. Not fitty sent either. Here we go. It's Brodie Carroll. In space, the kick on the left foot. Big Shem flies to the tune of Tatapu. Couldn't bring it down. Tiwi done well mopping up at full back. There's a third bounce, a fourth. He was on the
This when they're dangerous, Tiwi, when they're playing footy like this.
Jack Mankara. It's a kick. Oh, had a look at that from Mick Ozzie. Did well. That's wrapped up in the tackle straight away. Ball pops out. Waratah with the numbers again. Exciting start we've got on our hands. Here's Kim Cantilla at half forward for Waratah. Goes inboard with the kick.
Got good numbers behind the footy, Tiwi.
McKenzie for Waratah. He's going to wind up. Puts it to the top of the square. Why not sit it on this man's head? He flies. Shim Tatapu. He brings it to ground, gets a handball out. And a big crunching tackle on Henry Kiranua. And the umpire will ball it up.
Good numbers behind the footy. They just got to get under the big fella's feet, don't they, Henry Kiranua, and just try and crumb a few. Oh, you big fella.
He's gone with the one juke. That's holding the pill.
You can't do that this year, but next year you'll be able to do it. The rules have changed.
So he's Heenan. As if they get on the end of this, they're away.
Brodie Carroll just had to get goal side of him there.
He did well.
No, they're just not rolling up Tars with their defenders.
Michael Dunn at half back. They've shut down. Waratah have done well to shut it down. It's a good kick.
So much cleaner by the Bombers.
That's Cooper. Goes at the feet of Tip and Woody.
But I was going to say, Tars had some numbers there. Boundary throwing probably saved them. Adam Tip and Woody is another one not playing today. I don't know, might be injured. I'm not quite sure there. Didn't play last week either.
No ball thrown back in. Westerberg down to Godden, gets a handball away. Anchors in space, misses him. It's Henry Kiranua. It's wrapped up. Umpire says holding the pill.
Had to be.
Yep.
No, lovely work. Tiwi defence is holding up for now. Looks like the switch is on. Got a number of options coming out this side. Instead they go inboard. Risky kick. He's going to come back in. A bit scrappy here for the moment. Again, they're away. Brodie Carroll just can't quite knock clean below the knees. Kenzie gets wrapped up in a big tackle. Umpire letting this one roll. Anchors, that's a nice handball. Finds Stevens, goes with the kick to the top of the square. Shem Tatapu does well to make up ground, but it's Dyke. Goes backwards to Jakura. Gives the handball off to Purantatamiri. Here's Michael Dunn. Gives it back to Purantatamiri. Runs into trouble. Gets the kick away though. Beautiful work there from Simon.
Great use of the body.
He's looking dangerous
Plays
too.
on.
It's Rocco, good luck.
Rocco Tungatala.
Good shepherd for P.O.
And it's P.O. Jimmy out by himself, runs into the open goal. We have well and truly got a game on our hands.
They're just moving the footy well, aren't they? They're moving it Tiwi style. Coming from defence, they're prepared to take the footy on. Good shepherd by Ross, team-like. Wasn't thinking about Ross Tungatala, he was thinking about the team. Outstanding shepherd for P.O. And you'll see here, Rocco, he could have gone for this. Did the team thing. Just gave P.O. a minute. I might say a second, not a minute, and he's put it through. So well done, Ross.
And that's his third too, so he's having an outstanding game.
Yes.
6 points in it now. Waratah had a lot more scoring shots though.
Will be the talk if they lose this one.
Yep.
Have a look at that, Rick. No, Tiwi Ruckman didn't fly and they didn't win the clearance.
Still dominating out there, aren't they?
Surprise, surprise. We should be coaches. That ball pops out the back. Comes up to half forward. He's Abe Anchors. Goes quickly with the handball to his pal in Godden. Dangerous kick. Big fly at the back and what a mark. There to Tambling. Umpires asked him to play on. Time's done. He's got nothing. He's flirting with danger here, Tiwi, but it's going to work out. Here's Jack Munkara, hits him on the chest.
They're looking good.
He's opened up here. Here's the kick toss to Wanamiri. Plays on. Goes Aussie. Kicks to the top of the square. There's Simon Munkara down there in a one-on-one. They might run it over the line, looking for deliberate. That's not going to happen.
Well, the intensity has certainly gone up a notch, hasn't it?
There's a bit more rainfalls just to make it a little bit more interesting. So 6 minutes gone. It's Tiwi down by 6 points. Munkara taps it to the front. Jeffrey Simon snaps around the corner and to the right.
Down to 5.
So they look to move it quickly. Dangerous kick.
Got hit hard there.
Here he is, the magic man. Dances round 2. Gets the kick in the way. He is on fire. What a goal.
That's some of the best footwork I've seen all season, I reckon.
Well, I'll put my coach's hat on. What a turnover. You just can't turn the football over.
Especially when he's around. Let's get that replay. Absolutely extraordinary.
They knew they were coming. You just got to try and go into as many slow plays as you can in this situation, and you miss a target, and that's unforgivable.
He did well, didn't he?
Ross kept his feet.
Dances around.
He dislocated that bloke's knee. He dislocated that bloke's knee, and then he kicked the goal.
Absolutely. So back in the middle. Westerberg does well, gets a tap backwards to Mackenzie. Up to half forward. Mickey Nolan's just cracking the coke. Right in the microphone. And
cracking cold one, Ricky.
I will confirm it is a Coke. It is a Coke Zero.
Hope Andrew Hodges is watching.
I'm actually going to a premiership reunion tonight, so I'm just letting people know I'm not starting early.
He's cracked a coke. Absolutely extraordinary. As the umpire throws back in, Westerberg wins a tap easy. He's by himself. The kick comes inside 50 for Waratah. Bodies fly. Mackenzie gets a handball out sideways. He'll get it back. Will he? It's Blake on the left. And nice kick. And finds Sammy Godden.
Sammy Godden, who I reckon is a very good player. I'm going to put some heat on someone here. The good players, the guns, the absolute guns kick these goals. So we'll see what happens.
So they had been up all day. They find themselves down by a point. Godden to put them back in front. The kick is a good one.
Well done. Good leadership.
He's our legendary planker, isn't he, Godden? Yes. The planking work he's been doing?
He does. He stands up in tackles. I tried to do a bit of planking at the gym this morning, and I'll tell you what, it's harder than it looks.
I can hold it for 2 on a good day, like a plank, yeah.
Love it.
And then I'm in bed for 24 hours afterwards.
We've had it all today, haven't we? Planking,
I can hold it for about two seconds.
And then you're in bed for 2 days afterwards.
Alright, we're back in the middle.
Let's play some football.
So ball thrown back up. Anchors goes off the deck. It comes out to Stevens.
Bombers are putting the pressure on here.
Stuffing around with it a bit. That's a nice kick.
You can kick a footy. You kicked a few earlier on in the year from this distance.
So Waddell will kick from about 52 out.
I reckon there was a game before Christmas he kicked 2 long bombs from here and made the distance easy, so I don't reckon distance will be a problem.
So here he is, Sammy Waddell. Gets into a canter from 52. It's off the side of the boot. Michael Dunn flies down there. Prince Hatamiri just trying to work out Big Shem out of it. He's up against the man mountain. He's done well. Dunn just sockers it out in front. They go to ground. Here we go, Tiwi off half-back. This is dangerous. Through Simon Mankara's hands. Sobel goes backwards. Waratah back inside 50 again. But Tiwi with the answers for now. And that kick out into space.
Oh, didn't get the bounce he wanted.
Just holds up.
Keep your feet.
Here's Stevens. Dances round, gets a kick to Abe Anchors. Looks to move it quickly. They might be turning it over here. Paddy Heenan caught one high. They go inside 50. Shem flies from the back. They sock it out in front. Gordon McKenzie.
Big fella, he's not going to grab everything. It's impossible in territory. It's the hardest place to take a contested markers in the Northern Territory. So they've got to get under him, Waratahs. They've just got to get under him.
So the ball thrown back in. Dangerous position for Waratah. Comes out the back through Waddell's hands. Abe Anchors goes without it. Jakura hot on his hammer. Does well. Knocks it forward. And I'm not sure about that sort of footwork. Yeah, but Waratah with the numbers. The ball's coming back inside. No, it's out of bounds on the full. A few wasted opportunities there, Rick.
So they've had the ball in there for about 5 minutes, haven't they? There's still a kick in it. So
I just wish we had the footage of you cracking that open, because I remember looking back at you and you were propped with your arm up. Here's Jakura. Oh, he's turned that one over, has he? Yes. It's going to come back in again. Godden off a step on the left.
Pull up.
Prince Hatamiri. He looks to move it quickly. Aaron Daniels, he's had a good game today. As I say that, he absolutely sprays it. And you can't pay that deliberate, because that is well and truly a missed kick.
What Tahs are going to be real wary of is not allowing Tiwi to have dangerous space in this situation. So don't let them have the front bit of the ground. Don't let them have behind, because when they get the ball out of the back, it's game over. You're just not going to be able to stop them. So
Blake with the handball. That's his holding the ball.
The intensity is lifting.
In this situation now, I'll be out to my runner out to the back line saying, watch dangerous space. Watch dangerous space would be the cue.
Well, Harley Hatamiri with the...
Been a bit lazy here with their kicks a few times the last 5 minutes, Tiwi. Just kicking off one step.
You just thought late in that third quarter and early in this final quarter, they stepped it up a notch.
But those last 5 minutes, Tahs have done very well.
Yeah.
Just those little skill errors that are probably holding the Bombers back at the moment.
Definitely. Ball thrown back in. Austin Hatamiri just tries to go with the mid-air shot.
He's had a crack at a couple of those today,
hasn't he? Here's Jack Munkara. Can he run onto it?
Sure, that was dangerous.
Simon Munkara goes without it.
Very important ball. Well done, Tahs.
Bailey Zobel. It's on centre wing. He's holding it up for now. 13 minutes gone. Just ticks over 14 as we speak.
That's what it's kick. Control by foot. Control the tempo of the game.
Cameron Barrett.
There's a lot of footy to be played here, I think, though. It's 7 minutes. I think there's quite a few goals. As both teams get fatigued, I think there'll be a few goals involved.
So it's Stevens.
Big kick.
Long down the line. Westerberg gets worked under it. Jakura, he did well not to give away the free kick that time.
Just interesting at this stoppage, just what anchors, are they going to sit on him? Like, it's dangerous in this situation here. He's by himself now, I just don't, he's too scary of a player.
So ball on the deck in the forward line for Waratah. Dunn goes without it. The quick kick out of the pack. Geez, clean bowls everyone. Jakura just gets ragdolled out of the way from the big man. The banana.
I think it's snuck through.
It's Brendan Minkle. Hits a kick. What a goal.
Wow.
There's a lot of goals getting under that big fella's feet. So it's going to probably work. Something that could probably work on Tiwi during the week at training. Not Tiwi, Waratahs at training, getting under the big fella's feet. Because he's certainly given him a contest. As you see here, just bring the ball to ground. It's a fumble.
Jakura went without it.
He's a strong boy, isn't he?
Absolutely.
Good check side.
So Waratah back out to 11 points. Danger signs here for Tiwi. 15 minutes gone in the final quarter.
I like Rocco in the middle.
Again, no one flew, and again, Waratah win that centre clearance.
Brody Carroll's had a good game.
He's been excellent. Waddell makes a mark in front of Heenan. Mustafa step anchors. Big tackle. That could have been holding the ball. Here we go. Tiwi off half back. Kick comes out and chopped off. Umpire says I thought he had enough of it. But they've got the numbers, Waratah. Well, they're worried out of it now. They're tearing up to half forward, but no one owns.
Slow play, hit your target.
So Judd goes out to Brody Carroll. He's done this nicely. Here's Barrett. He's taking a bit of a sting out of the game, bit of time as well. 16 minutes gone in the final quarter. Judd
We've done this well. We've done this well.
Tiwi need to be alert. And that's too easy, Rick. Way too easy.
They did that very well. Controlled tempo, controlled by foot, and then hit a target inside 50. Can't do it any better at this stage of the game against Tiwi, because you want to stop as many fast plays as you possibly can. So
Henry Kiranua.
They haven't been kicking long distances today, both sides, so this may worry the distance. Tar should have a crummer on the line, I think.
Kick gets underway, it's straight up in the air. It's not going to quite get there. And through for a behind.
Free kick. That could be a handy not point, that.
I was just going to say, because it's 11. Stands at 11.
Yeah, 2 goals to put the Bombers back in front.
Nice
That's
kick.
what I'm talking about. Don't let Sam Gordon had to be on the other side of him. Don't let him get in the dangerous space.
So the kick comes inside 50. Michael Dunn drops it. Handball to Abe Anchors. Not clean that time. Spins out of trouble though, and the kick to the top of the square.
Big man Shem was hovering there.
Harleypur and Tadamiri.
It's this next phase, Tiwi, you've got to get right. They're good at stopping it. They've just got to get out of the next phase.
The snap on goal. That is ridiculous. Unbelievable. Abe Anchors.
Best on ground by a mile.
What a warrior he has been today.
I reckon Sam Gordon hasn't been too far behind, and Brody Carroll's been pretty good as well. Westenberg as well in the ruck has been hit outs to advantage, have been good, but Anchors is a star, an absolute star.
Look at that slick new haircut he's got.
Yeah. I reckon that might have something to do with it.
It's very slick on the back and sides there, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? He's a sharp individual.
Be interesting with Timmy Mosquito. He had a broken hand. I don't know how long a break takes. You know, like so he's had it for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think they were for the season.
Could he come back grand final? How long's it broken? I've heard of him.
No. I broke my hand once. I was out for 3 years.
Still waiting for it to recover.
It's still not feeling very flat. I did it when I was 18. Umpire circling, and we'll have a stoppage.
And there's a win for repeat stoppages of what Waratahs want.
Well, the clock's probably starting to work against the Bombers now, isn't it?
3 goals in probably about 4 or 5 minutes to go.
Well, you are watching 7-2's coverage of the NTFL thanks to TIO, Naffles, Apia and MacArthur River Mining. Just 19 minutes gone in the 4th quarter.
So ball thrown back up. Tap comes out the back. Waratah with all the answers for now. We're Tatamiri. Getting it towards the boundary line. It stays in. Dyke. That's better. Jeffrey Simon. They need to roll the dice pretty quick.
You've hit them. You would be a very good coach, Nick.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just got to go with as many fast plays. Cool.
Michael Cooper. Wally Gallio and Andrew Hodges, if you're listening, I'm ready to do my level 2 coaching. If you want to put me through it. Michael Dunn at half-back. Comes across ground. I don't know. There's
play on, Pura. Play on.
Nothing around with it.
Watch this boy go.
Here he goes. He's got players down on the wing. He comes out further. Here's Roy Farmer. Love this man. That's a good-looking kick. Paddy Heenan.
Oh, he couldn't quite hold on to it.
Well done for Kim Cantilla. Just worried him out of it. He was going to get it back, Cantilla. Paddy Heenan misses with the tackle.
Tarza put Waddell behind the footy now. Good work. He's played well, this bloke, as well, I reckon.
He's injured himself by the looks of it.
He got a bit hit in the guts in that.
He's done something to his wrist, I think.
Let's talk about how close this season's been. And a sign of a very good comp is you look at the bottom sides, how many games are won. So Wanderers are bottom with 5 wins, and Saints are bottom with 4. Saints with 5. Now you look at a lot of comps all around Australia. You won't see that very often. There's teams that don't win a game, or they'll win 1 or 2 games. So it's outstanding competition this year.
And do you think that's what AFL NT have done well with the point system and that, Rick?
50. No, I think the point system has saved clubs financially. It's become a new... That's what I don't think it was so much to even things out. To a degree, even out, but just clubs, to keep up with the Joneses of the big spending clubs that had the money, there's just... that's where I think they've done that well. Why is it so even? Has that... The point, probably, put it to that.
And interestingly, you've got a couple of teams at the bottom of the ladder that have traditionally normally sitting up at the top.
Well, 2 years ago, those 2 sides played in the grand final.
Yeah,
so.
Just 2 years ago. Ooh, hit the post there.
Westerberg just hitting the post there.
Probably a perfect scenario for the NTFL would be a Nightcliff Tiwi grand final. Then you've got 6 different sides that played in a grand final in 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, would be a perfect scenario.
Oh, wow.
So you're there at half-back, Tiwi. And this one's being cut off by Bailey Zobel. And the quick hands to Anchors. And again, Tiwi. Oh, beautiful tackle there from Gardner. And the umpire is going to throw that one up, Rick.
I reckon this will hurt Tiwi's getting that double. I reckon Tiwi would be so dangerous if they had got the double chance, because then they could have a little hiccup of a quarter, and that happens with Tiwi. Well, you could have a bad game and then they could reset, but you can't have a bad one, unfortunately, when you finish 4th or 5th. You can't have a bad quarter either.
So Waratah well and truly in control here now. Here's Barrett. So that kick is just to the left. It was Kiranua. And through for a behind.
Into time on here.
Michael Dunn.
Long to go.
Michael Dunn gets it. Goes inboard.
Tars have got that many numbers behind the footy. With Waddell, Zobel, they're better players behind the footy, so it's going to be hard for Tiwi to score here.
Michael Cooper goes with the handball into Simon Mankara. Goes again. The handball over the top to Michael Wilson. And there we go. It is full time here at TIO Stadium. It was Waratah's 12-13-85 to Tiwi Bombers 10-6-66. Gentlemen, a great contest today, but Waratah, Rick, too good in the end, especially with Big Shem Tatapu with 4.
Yep. It's an interesting year. Everyone, I think, would have thought Tiwi would win this game and win it comfortably. The Tars have played extremely good football. I think it would nearly lock them into for a final spot, although, as I said, I reckon Palmerston have got, going by the ladder positions, Palmerston have got the easiest run of everyone in the competition.
Matty Hepworth, Tiwi was still outstanding though today, weren't they?
Oh, look, they certainly were, particularly in that 3rd and 4th quarter. I think they got within a sniff at one point there, so I know the Bombers fans have been quite disappointed they couldn't get over the line today. I thought the work rate of both Abe Ankers and, as we said, Shem Tatapu in just his 5th game, his 5th NTFL game, to get that many on the board. And, you know, Abe Ankers, there was a reason that he was Thunder's best and fairest last year as well. That was spectacular.
Great effort by Waratah in the end. They were too good for Tiwi. 12-13, 85 to Tiwi Bombers. 10-6, 66. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
She's flying down to Alice today.
Don't forget to put away the garden furniture.
Yep, got